G'day guys, welcome back to MG Rebuild. Just another catch-up episode today, so it'll be a bit of a short one. It's been a couple of weeks since I actually did my last video, and I actually had a couple of weeks off on holidays, so I actually had a bit of time to spend working on the car. So I've actually have done a little bit since I showed you last. So anyway, I'll give you a bit of a look. Now what I have done, I've repainted some of the car. I've done the cowl. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see it there, I had a bug land in it, in the paint, so that's going to have to be sanded out, unfortunately. So, look, that's just life. The whole car needs to be buffed and polished anyway afterwards, so that'll happen. I've also done the fuel tank and the spare wheel carrier, and obviously I've mounted that. Now someone's actually asked me to do a video on the mounting of it, and unfortunately I did forget to do that. It's not an easy thing to do. Well, the way I did it wasn't easy, but I discovered afterwards there was a real easy way of doing it. And that's actually clamping the actual spare wheel carrier down the bottom first, tilting it back, putting the fuel tank in, then moving everything over and just bolting it through there. So it is actually quite an easy process if you know what you're doing. Not the way I did it, unfortunately. So anyway, but as you can see, it's got quite a nice shine to it. Happy with the actual finish of this with the fuel tank, so I don't need to actually do anything further with that, thankfully. Now I've also started working on the interior. Bit of a mess in here at the moment because I've got some paperwork and that just sorting out. I've done the inner wheel guard, the wheel arches, and put in the seat adjuster brackets, what do you want to call them. And I've also done the actual floor for the back as well. Now, one word of advice when you actually are doing the actual the vinyl here is not to actually drill holes. You got holes to put the bolts and that thing through. Don't drill them. Whatever you do not drill these holes. If you drill the holes, you got a possibility of the drill catching the backing of the vinyl and crunching up into a ball and just make an absolute dog's breakfast of it. Easiest thing to do is to get a soldering iron or some other. I actually used a punch and just heated it up and just pushed it through the holes, and it came out fine. Now I've also done the little black strip down there. It doesn't look all that neat. I may have to redo that. Apparently it's called GIMP. It's a bit of a funny name, but anyway, this side's a little bit better, a little bit straighter and neater, but it's not too bad. So that's basically all I've done over the last couple of weeks. Still, it's a fair bit of work, but doesn't look a great deal from what I showed you last time. I'm hoping to be able to put the guards or rear fenders on this coming week. So I might do a video on that and show you how I'm going to do that. Well, maybe. See how I go. Still got the floors to finish off, and this is the side curtain storage box. That's the door and the top of it. There, I've just made those up over the last couple of days. Still have to cover them, of course. So that will just fit like that. And the door will fit something like that. Now I'm still waiting for some pieces to arrive from the US. They were posted on the 3rd of December. And the tracking has not been updated for over 10 weeks now. So it's possibly might have to do a claim on trying to get a refund on the parts. I'm not sure. It's just gone AWOL now. I don't know where or when it's going to arrive. So, but there's some very important parts in that for me to continue on with the build. So I'm hanging out for these parts to arrive. But that's just the way it's been lately. Anyway, that's just life. So there's see up there, there's the front fender bracket for the headlight. Pedal extensions there as well, painted. So, and I just got my nuts and bolts in primer there, ready to paint them to be mounted. Or to actually mount the guard / fenders on the weekend. There's another box of them underneath there, so there's quite a few there. Okay, I know I just said that my next video will most likely be putting the rear guards on, but then I just realised I've got two little mounting points here for the side curtain box. Now, if I fit the rear guards, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to reach those screws. They're going to cover that up, because there's one of the actual mounting bolts there. So it's going to at least cover up the top one. So that's not going to be any good for me. Hence, that's the reason why I'm waiting for these damn parts to arrive from the US. Because that's one of the parts there that I actually do need. But perhaps I can do something else. I might work on finishing off these floors instead. I've found my cover for the master cylinder, the brake master cylinder, so that's great. So I've mounted that in there now. I know I did a video of putting those fume excluders on. I've taken it off again until I finish the floor off completely, so I'll put that back on later on. And what else? Yeah, the wiring. I haven't gone any further with the wiring at this stage. I don't know whether I'm scared of it or not. I'm just being lazy. I really don't know. It's just something I've been holding off on doing, and I don't know why. I know I've got to pull up the floor, run another wire through to the back for the brake lights. That's just an indicator for the flashes or indicators conversion I'm doing, because this car didn't come out with them. But the wiring harness that came with the car, like it was a brand new harness that came with the car, was set up for the indicators. I don't know if you can see there. There's wires down there. But that's to set up for the DB10 relay. Now, I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm not actually going to be using the DB10 relay. The reason is, in Australia, I know the DB10 relay does makes it so the tail lights or the brake lights flashes indicators as it does in America. In Australia, we don't do that. We have an amber or an orange light as a separate indicator. Now, yes, I can fit them to go through the tail lights, but there is less than 0.1% of cars that actually would do that in Australia, as in, American imports, things like that. So people wouldn't be expecting to see a tail light or a brake light flash as an indicator, and perhaps wouldn't know what that meant. Yes, the common sense would say, yes, that's an indicator and that sort of stuff. But to save the confusion or risk of the other drivers not understanding what I was doing, I have decided to do away with the DB10 relay and to wire it up separately, so the actual indicators are a separate item, a separate unit. So what I'm actually going to be using is the little chrome running lights. I think I might have one around here somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to be using a pair of those mounted. Hang on. And once I've got the side panels mounted, it will actually mount onto the side there. there, or wherever it's going to be, somewhere along there, and that'll be my indicator. So yes, it's a bit of a modification. It's not original, blah blah blah. I don't care. It's still going to look original because it is actually an original part. These have to be re-chromed. I do have another pair coming, so I won't worry about those ones. They're perhaps a little bit cost more to have them re-chromed than what I can get another set for, so I'm not going to worry about it. So that's what I'm going to do. And the front indicators are going to be built into the running lights on top of the guards as a 2-bulb system. You can buy that set up quite easily already. So there's the old girl. She's starting to slowly come together. Still going to be a few months away before it is on the road. I mean, I've got the exhaust done now. The carbies, I still have to tune them, and I've got to get some air filters for them. Now, the problem is with air filters. Now, what I've done, I don't know if you can see there, I've put the spacer blocks back in. Now, these are originally come with 1.25 inch carburetors, and they use that weird air filter that goes from the carburetors to the top of the rocker cover. I'm not going to use that, and plus also I've got 1.5 inch SUs. So what I'm wanting to use is some sort of pancake filter. The issue is clearance between here and the side of the actual bonnet or hood, whatever you want to call it. So if anyone else has got this sort of setup and has got filters on there that actually does have enough clearance and enough airflow for this sort of setup, can you please drop me a line and let me know what type you're using and what sort of size and clearance and blah blah blah, just so I can actually then copy what you're doing, so I'm not going to have any issues as I have seen a few other people. They're having to trim things down to make them fit, and I'd rather just buy something off the shelf if I can. If I've got to trim them, yeah, fair enough, but that's just life. So anyway, like I said, just a very quick catch-up video today. Unfortunately, I haven't had a great deal of time to do any videos of me actually doing the work. I've been just doing little bits and pieces here and there as I go, so it does make it a little bit hard to actually do videos of the whole process. I'd like to be able to do some more, but it just comes down to managing my time and when the weather permits and that sort of stuff. Because I know it's summer, and also, yes, I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts, but it's been a wet, windy, sometimes cold summer. It's been a bit of a weird weather this year. Not just here in Tasmania, which is the coldest state of Australia, but it's been crazy throughout the whole of the country. We've had floods, we've had bushfires, we've had everything. But anyway, that's what life's been like last couple of years. But anyway, hopefully next year next summer, when the car is finished, I'll have some really nice driving weather. So that'd be great to be able to get back on the road, or get it back on the road and enjoy some sunshine and drive around a bit and see how it goes. So anyway, if you like watching my videos, and hopefully you do, and hopefully they're not too boring for you, please subscribe if you haven't already. I know there's only about 25% of my viewers actually do subscribe, so there's a lot of people out there that aren't subscribed yet. And what I'm thinking about doing very soon is doing a subscriber only competition coming up soon. So I haven't decided on what exactly it's going to be. There's be a giveaway of some description, so we'll work that out in the next couple of weeks, and we'll launch it very soon. So anyway, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the notification button and drop me a comment. Love reading those comments, and I'll try to reply to all of them. So just to see how people think of what I'm doing, and offer suggestions and their experiences as well. It's been very great. So anyway, I'll sign off for now. I'll catch you later.